So you're wondering how to become a business coach in Australia. It's a great question, and I've got a few tips on helping you understand the best path for becoming a business coach in Australia. Hi, I'm Ben Futrell, co-founder of Maximize Profit and co-author of the Business Acceleration Blueprint, which is our 5-stage business growth system that we use to help business owners build the business they imagined. All right, let's get stuck straight into it. Here are my steps for becoming a business coach in Australia. All right, step number 1 is upskill yourself. If you're going to become a business coach, you need to have some training, not just in business, but also in coaching. And this means that you need to do a course or you need to join an organization or franchise that can help you upskill yourself so you're ready when you get a client and you know what to do. One of the biggest challenges for people in this industry is learning how to coach. And coaching is not something that is easy to learn, but it is trainable. Everybody can be trained how to coach as long as you're willing and you've got the right attitude and you love helping people, then you can be trained to coach people. You will need to learn coaching methodologies. You will need to learn a little bit about mindset, psychology, what it is that holds people back and what it is that motivates people. You'll need to learn a little bit about business as well. So you need to understand some of the basic fundamentals like financials in business, planning, marketing, sales, systems, etc. So if you don't have all the skills that you need, step number 1 is you need to upskill yourself and you need to decide how you're going to go about doing that. Whether you join an organization, whether you join a franchise, or you go and find some sort of training course to go and do. Either way, it is imperative that before you start working one-on-one with business owners, that you have done some training to upskill yourself. You're never going to be perfect from day one. You're never going to know everything, ever, but at least you'll have enough knowledge to know how to run a coaching session, how to overcome some of the biggest hurdles or obstacles that business owners may face when you come into coaching with them. So the second thing to consider to becoming a business coach is thinking about whether or not you're going to be a generalist coach or you're going to be working in a particular niche or field. So for example, you could select an industry to work in. Maybe you've got some experience from before where you've owned your own businesses in the retail sector, or maybe in in cafes, or maybe you've had a gym before, or maybe you've had maybe you've had a home services sort of business of some sort. So you can specialise then in an area. Maybe you've been a tradie and you want to get into coaching. So you can then just coach trade people. So it's very lucrative to sometimes pick a niche. It makes it a little bit easier from a marketing point of view, and you get known as the authority in that industry. But a word of caution is there are a lot of niche coaches out there that haven't upskilled themselves enough. They've gone into an industry, they've started coaching in that niche, and unfortunately haven't had the skills they need to get the results they need. And because they have picked that niche, that entire niche starts to learn that person doesn't have what it takes to be able to help them. And maybe you do by that stage, but unfortunately from a marketing point of view, it has affected your credibility within that industry. So I do say approach a niche with caution. Make sure you definitely know your stuff before you go into that niche. Now, industry is one type of niche. Another type of niche is a skill set. So for example, maybe you're really strong in marketing, so you can become a marketing coach. Maybe you're really strong in sales, so you can become a sales coach. And sales teams all over the place need people in there to help them upskill their sales teams and get better at getting results, getting sales, etc. So sales coaching is another very popular area. It could be performance coaching. So maybe you work with executives and business owners just on their performance and look at things like time management and energy management and making sure that those people are performing at the top level. You could coach in lean manufacturing, so more efficient manufacturing workflows, and that way you've got a niche industry and a specialization. So it's entirely up to you what you pick, but certainly get really clear before you start your coaching business as to what it is that you are going to do, what industry and what niches, if anything, that you're going to pick. Of course, it's 100% okay to be just a generalist and coach business owners in all things business, which is what we do. We do have some niche coaches, but a majority of our team are working in all areas of the business at a high level to help them perform better. So, up to you to pick the niche that suits you best. All right, once you've done that, the next step is to create the programs that you are going to deliver. And one of the beautiful things about this day and age is there's many different ways to deliver coaching programs. You could deliver them one-on-one in person. You could use technology like Zoom or Skype to do coaching over the internet. You could do groups. all at once on webinars or in a room. You could do very leveraged coaching by using automation, videos, e-learning courses. You've got to decide exactly what your programs are going to look like. So before you go out and you bring your very first client on, you need to be really clear about what your program looks like, how it is you deliver your coaching program, what results and what people can expect, what services they can expect from you, and understand, so they understand exactly how you're going to deliver your program and your services and how you're going to track results. I've seen too many coaches go out there, they put their banner up and say, I'm a business coach. They start working with people, but they don't have a structured program that they follow, and they have no way of measuring the results that they're getting with their clients. So having your program sorted before you start is vital to your success when you become a business coach. Now, the next step, once you've decided all of this, is get your own coach. Now, you could do this in the beginning, you could do it, later on in these steps, but I think it's vitally important that as a business coach, if you're starting your own business coaching business, you need to get your own coach or mentor that is going to work with you to help you stay on track. It does a couple of things. Number one is you will benefit by having somebody work with you one-on-one that has previous experience in building a business. And if they've already been involved in the business coaching industry, even better, because then they can help you avoid the same pitfalls and traps that they probably fell into, and they probably have already worked out the best way to grow a coaching business. And they'll be able to impart that knowledge on you. There's a lot of lessons that are learnt the hard way when you get into a business of any sort, so it's always good to be able to leverage off of somebody else's experience and use their knowledge, expertise, and their learnings to help you get to your goals a lot quicker. So make sure before you get out there and you start growing your coaching business that you find yourself a mentor or a business coach to help you. The next step, it goes for any business, and that is to write your business plan. And before you start any business, especially a business that is going to involve you trading your time for money and reward, is that you need to make sure you've got a really solid business plan, that you know exactly what it is that you're trying to build, because it's not as clear cut as like a retail store. When you buy, a retail store still needs a business plan, but it's a little more obvious what you're going to do. Here's my store, here's my products, here's my markup, I'm going to sell these products, here's how I need to sell them, etc., etc. In a professional services business like business coaching, it's a little less structured, and it's up to you to decide exactly how you're going to go about growing your business. How many days per week are you going to work? How many clients are you expecting? How much are you going to charge? What services are you going to provide? And then understand things like, what are the threats to you? What are your opportunities? What are your strengths as an individual, and how are you going to leverage off of those strengths? So maybe you're a really strong trainer or presenter, maybe you're really weak in that area. Well, that's going to affect your business plan. If you feel that you're really good in groups, not so good one-on-one, then maybe that's going to affect your business plan. If you're really good with technology or you're not really good with technology, once again, it's going to affect your business plan. So to become a business coach, it's really important that you do not overlook the very basic fundamental of creating a business plan that guides you step by step through exactly how you're going to go about building your business coaching business. Now, this leads me on to the next thing, which is a natural segue from business planning, and that is having a marketing plan. If you talk to any business coach that is struggling to build their business, I can guarantee you it's not because they're not confident in their ability to coach. It'll be because they have not mastered the art of marketing. And one of the challenges that we face in any professional services business is we're selling something that is intangible. Now, if I'm going to sell you a product, I can quickly, the product speaks for itself. It's visible, it's touchable, it works, it does whatever it needs to do. It's very easy for the buyer to be able to see that product and understand what it is and what it's likely to do. In an intangible service offering, that's a different story. So you need a really good marketing plan to make it clear to your prospective customers what it is they're going to get into if they buy from you. And you've got to have a marketing plan that attracts leads in based on what it is that they're challenged with. So, I see too many business coaches that do not have a marketing plan, that do not know how to generate leads, that do not know how to convert those leads into customers. And that is one of the main reasons why so many business coaches actually fail, which is quite disastrous when you think about it, that somebody that is out there helping other people grow their business is challenged themselves with growing their business. So you don't want to be that coach. You want to be the coach that masters marketing, because I can tell you right now that if you can master marketing your business coaching business, it'll make it much easier when you start coaching people in their own businesses in marketing. especially if those businesses are professional services, which once again is intangible. Okay, so not all professional services are, but coaching definitely is. So you want to make sure you got your marketing plan done and you know exactly how much you're going to invest in your marketing and what return you expect. And so you know what you're going to spend per lead, per customer, and what your average value per customer is going to be. All right, the seventh step and my final step in becoming a business coach in Australia is deciding exactly how you're going to do it. And there are plenty of choices in this day and age, which makes it quite confusing, but also makes it easy for you to choose which path is going to be best for you. Now, what I'm talking about is your options when it comes to becoming a business coach in Australia. Now, when I started back in 2001, there wasn't a lot of organisations that were offering positions as business coaches. This day and age, many places are recruiting business coaches, so you could become an employee, but I think you're watching this because you want to start your own business coaching business. However, you might not have the confidence to go alone, so a great option is franchising. So there are pros and cons to going through a franchise, and there are also pros and cons to going solo. However, and people always say to me, Ben, but if I start my own business on my own, I can make more money. Yes, that is true if you get it right. And if you're not reinvesting all your money back into developing systems and marketing, etc., then yes, it is possible. However, from my experience, I've been in this industry for a long time. I see a lot of people that start solo and then they end up joining a group of some sort, whether it's a franchisee or a licensee, because they can then leverage off of many of the assets and experience of that group before. So you've got to decide what's going to be best for you. If you're really confident, got a lot of business experience and feel like you've already got the systems and processes in place to be able to deliver consistently to your clients and keep your clients on for a long time because they love what you do, then maybe solo is good for you. If you feel like you lack that confidence and you don't have the systems or structure and you want to plug into somebody else's experience, then franchising could be a good opportunity. Here at Maximize Profit, we have a 5-stage business acceleration blueprint. It's a growth system that we teach you, and we also teach you how to coach clients through the growth system to make sure they're getting great results. We've also learned what keeps clients longer. And this is something a lot of people don't consider when they're starting in the business coaching industry, is it's one thing to get a client, but you've got to keep getting a return on investment for your clients to stay with you. Otherwise, you're going to be continually hunting for new clients because you're not delivering great service. And if you don't deliver great results, eventually that's going to hurt your bottom line and your reputation. So we have built systems and processes inside our business to be able to help you keep your clients longer. Now, if you are thinking about becoming a business coach in Australia, we are currently looking for franchisees to join our team as business accelerators. And if you feel you've got what it takes to be our next business accelerator, head to maximizeprofit.com.au/ go to the About tab and click on how to become a business accelerator. Go and find out more there at maximizeprofit.com.au.